I'd like to call to order this Madison Central School District regular school board meeting for Monday, November 10th, 2025. I'd like to call to order and then record the members present and absent. You see we've established a quorum. We'll do the pledge of allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, with division and justice for all.
You got a flag over there, Lori?
I don't know if you have a flag there, Lori.
You got a flag in the hotel room?
Yeah, no, I don't have a flag. I was looking around the room. I thought maybe I did, but I don't.
We'll get you one next time. All right, so now we're going to be at number 5, but we would like to add on item number 9, we'd like to add for the personnel, we're going to add David Brock, playground supervisor, at $13.50 per hour. And then we're also going to add under 14, we're going to add a 14A to consider an updated agreement with the PLEC or the PLEC, which is the Prairie Lakes Economic Educational Cooperative. Yeah. I don't have to remember that. So, I'm interested in a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Motion by Lindsay,
Second.
second by Ms. Meyer. All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Motion passed. And we're to item number 6, approval of the consent agenda items 7 through 9.
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Schultz,
Second.
second by Melanie. All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion passed. So we're to item number 10, hearing of delegations and written communications. School patrons will be given an opportunity to address the school board regarding items that are not on the agenda. The board will not hear personal complaints about staff. The president will limit the speakers to a reasonable amount of time. Persons addressing the board are asked to speak from the table in front of the board. And I see that there's nobody here. So we'll move right on to number 11, the administrator's report.
Excuse me. Start out with a project update. Plumbing work is in progress right now on the inside of the addition. Sprinkler system on our meeting last week was about 90% completed. Electrical work is in progress. Interior stud walls are nearing completion. They just have a couple of walls left there. Exterior brickwork, you can see that pretty much the south side is done. They've started on the east, that's most of the way done, and then they just have the north left, which I believe they will try to get wrapped up this week. With the temp helping us out. Roofing, they were going to be back today. I didn't check with Colby if they were. But all that's left on the roofing is where the old middle school peak matches up with the new part. They got to do a little work there for that connection yet. My guess is that with the temp, they're probably going to do it tomorrow or the next day. I don't know if they were here today, but maybe they were. Second lift of asphalt, which was originally scheduled for today, that's going to be tomorrow, again, because of the temp. And they mentioned that last week. I confirmed today that it was still going to be tomorrow, that it wasn't going to be Wednesday, but right now it's still going to be tomorrow, so we'll have the final lift of asphalt in place. Sidewalks, planning on finishing those up either later this week or early next week. So the sidewalk that runs on the east side of the building, and then the sidewalk that will connect the middle school to the high school, that straight sidewalk. And then there'll also be some sidewalk area where the bike racks and stuff will go for those that ride their bikes to school. Interior drywall has started. When I say started, the part up above that's going to be under the sheet or under the ceiling, they won't see that part. It'll already be installed right now. And as soon as the roof is finished completely, then the sheetrock will really take off from there. HVAC work is going as well right now. So still on schedule, still moving forward. Still have a punch list for the middle of February, completion at the end of February. That can change. As long as all the subcontractors are here and getting their work done. There's some stuff on the outside we're still dealing with as far as the parking lot and where the sidewalk meets up with it. We're still trying to come up with a good solution to a little bit of a drop off there. With that, that's the main part about the building project, unless there's something else I missed in Mitch on the building project update. In December, Dr. Johnson will be here to talk about a change for the high school handbook. And it's in reference to Smarter Balance, which we don't take anymore as juniors. It's not going to be the ACT. Our handbook still references Smarter Balance. And if they get a second period, their senior year, the second semester, if they scored a certain score on Smarter Balance, we'll change it now to ACT and score whatever amount. So he'll be here in December to walk through that on plan for making that change, as we will no longer have the Smarter Balance at the high school level. Upcoming dates, November, tomorrow we have the Veterans Day program at 10 a.m. There's going to be some awards given to a World War I recipient, the family. Governor Roden will be here. And then the 26th, 27th, 28th, we're out for Thanksgiving break. And then we get into December, and all of a sudden it's the 19th. We have early release for our Christmas break, which runs through January 1st. Questions? When we're done tonight at the meeting, if you want, you can take a tour of the addition. You can see where it's at.
Who's the World War I recipient?
Hebolt, I believe is the correct
I
name.
think so. I know Monica Pickard is one of his family members.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got the
She wrote up
program
a
on
little
it.
thing and she invited, she's talked to me a couple times to make sure that we're gonna be there. So.
Do we know the speakers, like the student speakers?
The speaker is Mr. Abraham. Keith Abraham will be the speaker for tomorrow.
And is there students with their, did they do the
I don't know that they
contest?
had those in time, and then I believe that, and I got the program on my desk, that they maybe aren't having that just because of the time now it's going to take for this additional presentation and some things are going on, and of course the governor will be here and some other, I'm sure that Governor Roden will talk a little bit too. And, but it should be a really neat ceremony that we'll get to see tomorrow.
Is the public are welcome?
Public are welcome, 10 a.m. start.
10 a.m. start?
Yep, it's Fred Hebolt.
Hebolt, yeah.
Hebolt to receive a Purple Heart after being shot during World War I. And then Wyatt Pickard is his great-great-grandson, or is great-grandson.
Okay, I know those are very moving and meaningful ceremonies, so.
Something that a lot of people probably have never seen before. I've never seen Purple Heart awarded to anybody, so should be a really good service for us tomorrow.
I just kind of ran our 20-year of enrollment by building. Just thought it was kind of a fun thing, but the top one is the elementary, because this is the 20th year of the elementary. That's kind of exciting.
Mm-hmm.
But so here's the enrollment of the elementary over the 20 years. This is when we're really having the crunch. It's pretty full. And then the yellow here is the high school. It's amazing over 20 years how we've fluctuated, but yet we've been very similar. And then the middle school is the gray down here. And then we had a colony once upon a time in 2012 was its last year, but so it's kind of a interesting where enrollments have been and up and down.
Do you have a forecast as well?
The forecast that we got 5 years ago, if you remember we had a study done, was not accurate. Did not trend the way.
Was it up and to the right in that forecast? that
Yeah,
you gave us?
3% a year.
Did they charge us for that forecast?
They did. Before we did much of our planning, the forecast was the growth pieces.
But right after that was also COVID,
Yeah.
Yes,
which means
yes.
That changed
we
things.
saw about a 60-kid drop that year, just families moving out.
And then when will be our next forecast? So like our percentage of error on that forecast, or if we ever were to hire somebody
I mean, we
to.
run in-house forecasts, but their forecasts use birth rates and stuff like that. They were a little more, more official than ours. We kind of use average kindergarten sizes coming in. senior classes going out. Like the senior class is 112, and the elementary's been coming in, kindergarten's around 80 to 85. So like next year will be a natural decline, just because of that. And senior class is our biggest class. We have that by 5 weeks.
What's your next biggest class ever gotten?
102.
Our eighth graders.
So that sophomore class is pretty decent.
We have a number in the 90s. I thought that would just be interesting.
It is very interesting.
Yeah, I put in fall colors.
Well, somebody over here did say they love your charts.
The charts.
Now they're not entertaining, they're just very informational. Informational.
I like
I like
visuals.
data.
I said, I like visuals.
Excuse me.
Okay, now we're to is that done with the administrator's report? So number 12 is recognition of the Associated School Board of South Dakota Silver Level Award.
So if I can get the board to go by the flag, we'll read the plaque. As you can see, it's been ongoing. The board has done very well for a number of years. Level board plaque for the additional sessions and stuff that people have attended over the year. So I'd like to present this to the board, but they also, ESBSD wants a picture as well. So if I can get you to stand up over there.
Isn't the picture part of one of the points we get? Like this
Well, I can ask.
I think it is, there is a form,
Okay.
like how you get these awards, and the points are, one of the points is a picture with the plastic.
So I'll hand this to someone to stand in the middle.
So,
I
this
think
is
the
some of the meetings.
president, yeah, I agree.
So the pretty ladies are here, all the guys are here.
And the black coats on the outside. So what do you want?
I know.
We're gonna take her, I need a couple for,
Oh, yeah.
That's what I do.
They're all here today, so.
Stretch it a little bit, there you go.
Get
Feet
ready,
slide in a little bit, there you go.
get ready, 1, 2, 3.
Zoom.
Okay.
Did you say zoom as you step forward?
I did.
He's got one of those smartphones. Listen,
Zoom.
So congrats on your work for earning that through ASBSD.
Joel, don't ever let people make fun of you for zooming with your feet. That was literally a bullet point that we got an extra credit in our.
There you go. See?
So.
Just appreciate the sound effect that like went with the.
Yeah.
Here, I thought you was just telling you a smartphone to zoom.
No, I was just zooming.
Google Zoom. Consider approval of the free lunch for students and staff in honor of American Education Week, number 13.
So each year for American Education Week, we've done in the past the holiday meal, which is a Thanksgiving meal. We offer that to free to students and staff as kind of celebration. If you remember, we didn't start the year with our free meals because they weren't allowed. They didn't say anything about this meal, whether it's allowed or not. So it must be allowed. So since we've done this for tradition, I think it's nice for our students and staff to have that meal. It's one of our food service. It's one of their favorite meals to make. So if you guys approve.
So.
Motion by Lindsay,
Second.
second by Melanie. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Motion pass. All right, number 14, the general fund opt-out discussion.
And then this is that we're in our 19th year of having an opt-out. An opt-out is when the state sets a formula, and if we're going to ask for dollars above that formula, we're in essence opting out of the minimum or the action requirement. So then that's a way of getting excess tax, so we can run our operations as we wish. We've done this process a number of times through the years. I thought we may follow. We talked, just mention it and get on the agenda in November. The public's aware. In December, we'll have the presentation where we'll show all of our years, what we've asked, what our fund balances are, where we finished each year, and then we'll talk about our projection. And then we look again if we can make the decision in January. You're supposed to make it in the year prior to when you would go and enact. It goes by calendar year, so make it in 2026. It's for 2027. But that way, if it does does refer to a vote. We want to have a separate election. We can put it right with our regular school election. So we, in theory, save the expense of the next year election. So I'm just getting ready for it. It's kind of we've done 4-year stretches. 250 is the max we can ask. Over the years, we've asked a few times. Most times, we've asked the 100,000. We just try to make sure we manage our fund balance and keep ourselves in a good level.
Has there been times when we have asked for nothing?
There hasn't. No, we've always asked for some. And I got the 20-year chart, so we can take a look at.
Yeah, I'll be interested in those charts next month.
Color coded. I'll have it up on the screen, but
it's
So maybe, more like winter.
winter colors. All right. I'll get that note.
And I think it's a reasonable amount of money that.
Mitch, did you say,
Go ahead, Lori.
Go ahead,
oh,
Laura.
I'm sorry, did you say, that you will present more on it in November and then we'll vote on it?
Or
In January, is that what I heard?
in December, I'll bring the information sheet that shows all of our fund balances. And then in January, we look to
Yeah,
make a decision.
yes, that's right, it is already November, isn't it?
It is.
Coming fast. And then this will be in theory the same process as we've done the last 2 or 3
Okay,
months.
right,
Every 4 years.
yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay. Thank you.
I think it's a reasonable amount of money for the operation where it gives you a little bit of leeway. And you don't have to take it if you don't need it, but yet it's there. And I think it was generous of the community to approve it when they did. And now it's, if we can just keep it on at that level and no one refers to it as a vote, it'll just continue. So that's kind of the game plan. Good. Alrighty. 14A, so now we're going to consider the updated agreement with.
Have this agreement in place runs 2022 to 2027. The only thing that changed on it, I got it in red here, is the language. We just had to, we run the business operations and we do background checks, and CRI is CHRI is how they refer to their materials, and we handle that. So we just had to have it. The Department of Criminal Investigations asked us to be into the contract for us to be able to do this for Prairie Lakes. So then we're just adding this one paragraph in there, how we handle background checks, and then we just added this part that it replaces the current agreement. So all rates, all our languages stay the same. Pretty simple little change, but something that for us to continue doing background checks.
We've always done it for them.
Sure. We're not changing our policy procedures. It's just spelled out a little bit in there.
Okay, just the refresher of the Prairie Lakes Educational Cooperative. What does it do? How does it benefit us, and why is it important?
So it was started originally for just every child in special education needs to have a test done, a psychological test, at the start, and then every 3 years. And that was its original function. That is 90% of what they do. We have 5-6 sites this year that works for 9 different schools. And so then they give that testing services to all the children. We also then, in the last maybe 15 years, added Medicaid billing. So if there's a Medicaid eligible student and they're getting a certain service, whether it's an OT, a PT, speech, we can then bill that service back to Medicaid, and that goes to the schools. We do that on behalf of all the schools. And then Madison, we just run their payroll, finances, meetings, just kind of facilitate all that. With background checks, hire, onboard their employees, that kind of stuff.
And that was a role that you took on how many years ago?
We've had, it was before me, but we've had a lot of years. Well, actually, DSU did it for a number of years, and then we kind of, prices getting high, so we just bid against them and won the service. Like here's our annual amounts that we get for running that. Most of that is Marlis's service, because she runs most everything, and then that leaves about $12,000 a year for phone, supplies, and everything they do in their services, and then use of an office.
And there's 9 cooperative members?
Yeah. And so schools all around us.
Okay, very good, thank you.
Yeah, it's a very, very nice service.
Alright, so that was just the discussion and
We'll need a motion on that.
we're gonna need a motion on 14A.
Yeah, 14A.
So we're gonna need a motion on 14A to consider the updated agreement with the flag. So moved by Ms. Meyer, second by Ms. Blaine. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Motion passed. Excuse me. And then, do you wanna do the tour before the adjournment, or the adjournment now?
We can adjourn, we're not gonna discuss any
No
business other
discussion,
than
no
this show. If
decisions.
you wanna join us, Randy, you can sure join us on the tour.
Okay, so item number 15, we're going to adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
Motion by Lindsay,
Second.
second by Melanie. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passed. Meeting adjourned.
So as we go in.